Hi, this is Game 4 of the Starcraft Brood War GameFAQs 2009 Tournament of Champions. We have Jumper, the red protoss, on the left side of the map, and we have Bface, the yellow zerg, in the right part of the map. The map, of course, is Heartbreak Ridge. It's a two-player map. It's a pretty new map. And I'm, again, here with Sonic, Grass, and Dabu. Yeah. What do you guys think about this map?
I think this map really tends to be more, strategical, a bit technical, because of the cliffs on the back of the natural. I mean, it's like an obvious point for like cannon rushes. I mean, I wouldn't be too surprised about it. I mean, the temples are over there with one mineral patch. You could see zerglings burrow past and try to get into the protoss main. So I wouldn't be surprised about a cheese build or some kind of technical build like that, but it could just be a standard build as well.
Yeah, absolutely. I find that in this map, the mains are very large and the choke to the natural is very small. So I find that it lends itself to a more drop style play. Like we saw recently in the Pro League, Yellow versus Bisu. Yellow went for a very fast, slow liquor drop. And those cliffs outside the mains, you can get the units pretty much right up to the mains and just load them up in the overlords and drop them. We do see Yellow is going for an overpool build, which he's gone for a 9-pool or an overpool build the last 3 games. So he seems to be a one certain type of player that usually goes with one style and one type of build. He's a very, very aggressive player.
I think it's a little dangerous to play like that in a long series because your opponent might catch on to what you're doing. I think it might be better for a Game 4, maybe Game 5 to try and mix it up just a little bit. So let's see if he does that.
That's true. I mean, even in Korean Pro League, in Korean matches, I mean, some of them switch it up by 4-pooling or like cheesing every other game. I mean, it happens. They just don't want to play the same series using the same strats.
Yeah, and really, I think he's set himself up well to try and do like a standard build because he's 9-pooled or overpooled the first 3 games, so the toss player basically can't do anything too out there. Like he can't just 14 Nexus right away or anything like that. So he could have played this to his advantage, I feel like, if he tried mixing it up.
So we do have both players doing a standard build. The Zerg opted not to go for the extractor earlier and just choose that 12 pool, 12 hatch build, which is really popular on this map. And Toss saw that he wasn't going to be pressured by no extractor, so he made only 1 cannon.
Yeah, and he added that gateway. His building placement is perfect. I mean, it looks like there's a gap between the Forge and Extractor, or Vespene Geyser, but no links can get through that, and all you have to do is send about 2 probes, and it's completely blocked. I noticed he has got a gas, and a gas before the expansion nexus. I find that sort of odd, but it's probably a part of his strategy.
Yeah, what do you think he's up to by getting a fast gas before even building a Nexus at the natural? Like how exactly does that help the Protoss? Is there like a certain build that he can do that benefits from this?
As Zerg?
No, I mean as the Protoss.
I think he's just going to be using it to get an early Stargate, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, in this build, a Stargate DT or Stargate Reaver play into, mass ground is pretty popular. I mean, it's happened plenty of times. So I think he's going for the fast Stargate, and the extra gas could probably help him for DTs or Reavers.
Yeah, absolutely. One thing to note about this map is it's very hard for the Zerg and ZVP to grab the 4th base. They either have to go to the top left of the map, going by yellow's position and take a base right by the protoss main, or he has to go to the bottom right of the map and take a base by his main, but that the protoss can easily attack with the ground army. And he's spreading himself very, very thin by taking a 4th base like that. So we have to see what Bface is up to and what his plans are dealing with that.
Yeah, both sides so far seem to be playing very standard. Jumpers going for, it looks like a Bisu build almost, the DT Sair from the fast expansion. Bface, he's gone 4-hatch, but and he got a fairly fast layer, but he's not using it for getting a Spire right away. It looks like he's going for another Hydra build, and we'll see if this can catch him off guard.
This seems popular with him. I mean, if we were going to see like a Mutalisk build, we'd probably have him take that 2nd extractor a bit earlier, since he opted not to get it. So we can tell that the Spire is probably just for Scourges to stop, you know, Sarah harass, and then go for his 4-hatch Hydra build.
Yeah, definitely. He's now adding that 5th hatchery. He didn't take that 2nd gas early, so a Lurker build or a Mutalisk build is obviously out of the question. And I do find Lurker builds to be quite strong on this map, because you can easily kill that temple in the bottom right, or the bottom left corner, I mean. And they are stacked temples, but Lurkers just decimate them very, very fast, and you can send those behind the probe line and get plenty of kills.
Oh, definitely. And these ramps just make for perfect firepower for the Lurkers as well, because it's basically going up cliff and down cliff and up cliff. So big battles, Lurkers mixed in with these ramps just seem deadly.
Absolutely. And I'm not sure what Jumper is doing. It looks like he might be going for like a fast 4-gate Zealot to Archon push. But maybe I'm wrong, I have no idea.
It looked like Jumper was going to go for that Bisu build, but he opted not to go for it. I think just he thought midway he was going to switch it up, or it wasn't going to be as effective, and he would aim for that timing push, that timing Zealot attack that he was going to do, which is really effective if the Zerg is left macroing and getting all these drones and basically drone pouring without getting in the unit.
Yeah, I do have to compliment Bface. Looking at his 3rd base, he has prepared for a fast Zealot push. Looking at the Sim City, he has those sunkens near the middle of the line, behind that hatchery and the evolution chamber. So he knows that he has to block off with buildings to stop a very fast push like that.
Yeah, I think the main reason why Jumper, it looked like he was going to go Sair DT, and the reason he didn't was because he saw that Bface was going 5-hatch Hydra, so the DTs weren't really going to be that effective with the Hydras covering the Overlords. So I think this is the right move. He's moving on to just making a Zealot, Archon, Templar force to counter the mass Hydralisks that are inevitably going to be coming now. And we'll see how he does against him.
And you can tell just how important scouting is. I mean, Jumper didn't know what Zerg was going to do and was actually forced to make 3 cannons in the main just because he didn't know he was playing blind. And his attack right now just is going, but looks ineffective by this amount of Hydralisks. So he has to push. He's pushed back.
Yeah, I really have to compliment Jumper's play in this series just because he's really mixed it up. I mean, the first game he went Reaver Sair. The second game he went fast Reaver Sair, but he goes into Templar tech rather than staying with it and going into carriers. And then the third game he cheeses, which I mean, I think that's a very good thing to do in series play. And then this game, he's mixing it up again. He's not going Reavers.